Hey guys, what's going on? This is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com and CansecoCollector.com. There's a cool little challenge on one of the Facebook groups I'm a part of. The name is 1990s to 2004 Baseball Card Rare Insert Collectors Group. I highly recommend you check these guys out. It's a fun group. It's a very niche group. It's not something that you're gonna see a boatload of people posting their one-of-one Mike Trouts or anything like that. But definitely from the 90s to 2004, that sweet spot that everybody is just in love with. So there's a challenge by Matthew Burrows that had told a bunch of us to post up videos of our top 10 favorite inserts or parallels from the 90s to 2004. And I thought this is a blast. As you all probably know, I've been selling my cards for the past few months, so I am way down on what I have. But this kind of was a fun little exercise for me because it got me to kind of dig down beyond all the crusades and the mirrors and the platinum totally certifieds and all those, since they're gone, because I've sold, like, from a financial perspective, over 80% of my stuff now. But it's been fun to really kind of dig in and see what else I have. And all these are for sale as well. But while I have them, I figured it'd be cool to kind of talk a little bit about them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you what I have on Photoshop here, just my scans, mainly because I don't want to dig them out and then put them back in order again. So it's supposed to be for the top 10 cards, and then the last one will be like the biggest steal that you got or whatever. So it'll be kind of a little fun exercise. So the first one here, 2001 Fleer Sweet Seams. This is a prototype paper proof from the Fleer bankruptcy. I love this card so much because this card doesn't even exist. This is a picture of a card that they were considering putting out, but it never made it. So this prototype stuff is just like some of my favorites. So I'm going to actually quickly go through the next three as well. So the next one, because they're along the same lines, it's the same kind of deal. It's a 2001 Fleer Feel the Game prototype. It's a paper proof from the bankruptcy as well. And also for this one, let me click on it here. There we go. And this one is the same. It's a 2002 Fleer bankruptcy, 100th anniversary of some sort. So another paper proof. So now that I have shown all three of these, I'll tell you a little bit of a story behind these. So when I first got into super collecting Canseco, oh my gosh, y'all, I loved these. I was shown by another super collector by the name of AJ. He had these. And when I saw these for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, he's got something that he's not supposed to have. This is like, it almost felt like a top secret, illegal kind of thing. Almost like if you were to, have like a zebra or something in your backyard. I don't know if that's legal or not, or a lion in your house or something. That's kind of how I saw these. He ended up tracking these down, the fronts and the backs. So I have the backs of these as well. And I was just drooling over these, and I think it took him about $500 and a full year to track them down from different sellers and everything. And he got the complete 3-card set, so to speak, which I was super happy about after we were able to make a trade for him. So I loved putting these in my collection. Frankly, I'm surprised that nobody's bought these yet, but it's just a cool piece. I don't mind hanging on to them for a while. So that's the top three, or not the top three, but I guess if I'm going from 10 to 1, the bottom three, which is kind of weird to call them the bottom three. Next one I would go ahead and say is the 2000 SP buyback from the iconic 1993 SP card. Jose's pitching, which obviously, if this picture doesn't happen, Jose's in the 500 home run club, so no doubt. That's how I see it anyways. But anyways, it's an iconic picture for, unfortunate reasons. The buybacks are super, super hard. This one, I think this last one, this popped, sold for $275 or something like that. I think I have around that in it myself. Somewhere $275, $300, something like that. So it's one of the first buybacks. It's from 2000, so this predates the 2002 and 2001 recollections or recollections. of that Donruss have put out. So it's special in that right, but also just the 1993 SP set itself is just an iconic set. So it's a beautiful card. I was super happy to finally land that. The next one is a 1998 Leaf Fractal Matrix something axis. I can't tell what that is, but it's almost, you almost want to think of this as like the granddaddy of the superfractor, right? Because look at all of these swirls in the background. It's blue, it's beautiful, it's die cut. Everything about this card is pretty much perfect. Now the difference for mine is the executive sample. So it's, instead of it being whatever number out of 50, this is XX out of 50. So beautiful card. I may possibly consider keeping this one. I'm not really sure yet. It's an excellent card, and by many this is considered a 1 of 1, by the way. So I don't know if I've ever seen more than one of the same executive sample, but I could be wrong, and even if there are 2 of one other out there, it doesn't mean there's 2 of this one. So I think it's probably pretty safe to say that this is a 1 of 1. The next one coming up is the 1998 Pinnacle Certified Black base. This is the test issue. This was never released, and I've written articles about this. I actually brought this whole card awareness to the public to market in one of my articles I did for Sports Collectors Daily, and it was just such a fantastic find. I mean, I was able to get the whole run of the black base, the blue, the red, the mirror blue, and the mirror gold. That entire run is gone, but I had one of each of these that I was able to trade back for. So I was super happy about that. Again, these are for sale though, but the black, gosh, you don't really ever see them, and for all intents and purposes, they're going to be probably just as rare as the mirror gold or mirror red or anything else that you see, because I believe just a very, very limited quantity of each were put out. So it's got a beautiful mirror effect. It's not the refractive type of effect, but it's a beautiful mirror effect back here. This scan sucks. It's it's terrible to look at on the computer, but it's beautiful in person. So anyway, so there's that one. The next one, of course, is going to be the red. And again, terrible picture, but it's a beautiful card in hand. The reason that this one specifically is so exciting to me, and I actually have this card specifically displayed on my desk right now, is because this is the one that AJ had probably for about 10 years, since 10 years ago. So this was the only Canseco that had been seen in years and years and years. And it was the only copy. Like, to our knowledge, this was the only one that exists in the Pinnacle Certified flavor. So that was it. And so this card, along with those paper proofs, I drooled and drooled and drooled. I would have, easily put $1,000 on this if this would have popped up. And, so I guess probably a little bit of a good thing that it didn't in my lifetime, just as a single card. But yeah, it's one of those cards where you look at this and then you look at something like a 96 certified mirror gold. Everybody loves the certified mirror gold, but there's 30 copies of them. There might only be 2 of this or 3 of this or something. So it's a beautiful card, and just the history that I have with this card is great. So, and last but not least, in this specific Pinnacle Certified run is the mirror red. And this is the specific card and the only one of its kind of Canseco that has hit the market in eBay. And I remember when this popped up, and I almost had a heart attack. I was so excited about it. It's completely different from the regular red because it's got this refractor type of feel on it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And so when you're talking about 90s parallels, this card here, and this card here, this is like the cream of the crop. You just can't really get any better. I mean, the Crusades are great and the Totally Certifieds are great and all that, but they just they have a number of copies. They were meant to be released, or they were released. These weren't ever meant to be released. These were cards that are just absolutely gorgeous and, super duper limited. We'll never know how many were made. But, by that same token, we may never see another run of these again, ever. So, beautiful card, super duper rare. Like I said, top of the heap, cream of the crop 90s stuff right there. So, the next one coming up, and here's the reason why these aren't like the top number ones and number 1, 2, and 3 in my run here, is because I also have this. So it's a 2000 Upper Deck Legends commemorative gold 1 of 1. It doesn't have the serial number in the back, and so there's a couple theories on this. Number one, whenever it comes to 1 of 1s back in the late 90s to early 2000s, almost all of them you will likely see 2 copies of, that I've seen anyways. So it's thought that possibly one of them were made as a replacement, or one of them might possibly be made because it's for an executive sample for somebody higher up in Upper Deck or Donruss or whoever made the card, to actually keep for their own collection. There's another theory as well, which we'll see in this next card coming up, out there that's been published online, that says that some of them just simply weren't stamped 1 of 1. So, but anyways, this card, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to have a hard time getting rid of this. It is a gold refractor type. It's a smooth as butter, beautiful gold refractor type of card. I don't know if I've ever seen more than 1 or 2 others of this card of anybody ever, so let alone Canseco. So anyways, gorgeous card, love it so much. And this brings me to my top and number 1 card, is this 1999 Ultimate Victory gold 1 of 1 parallel. It doesn't have the serial number on this one, but hands down, I'd have to say, for any card that's ever been produced, ever, and I mean like ever in the history of anybody producing Jose Canseco baseball cards without autographs or patches or anything, I'd say this is the number 1 most beautiful card. And the picture is actually pretty darn good. It's a great picture, but in hand, oh my gosh, you guys, it is awesome. It's almost like Upper Deck took like this refractor technology and meshed it with the Dufex technology of Score, Pinnacle, or whatever, and just married the two, and it's best of both worlds, and just an awesome, awesome, awesome card. So that is my top 10, I would say, for what I have now. Like I said, a boatload of stuff has been gone, or is gone now. So this entire list would look completely different had I not sold anything. But anyway, so what I want to show, the last card that I want to show you, is the challenge was to show the top steel. So here we go. Here is the number 1 steel. This is, and it's kind of a play on words. It's a pun. It's a 1996 Leaf Preferred Steel. Now, there's a lot of interesting facts about this card. So first of all, a couple of years ago, a bronze version of this showed up online, and like there's 1 or 2 made of every player, and there are reports of some of these cards going for not for $1,000, they actually go for $10,000 or more. So, and we're not talking about the Jeter or Griffey either. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say, but anyways, one of them sold for 10 grand, the bronze version. So what you see right here is the actual film that was used to make the printing plates for the cards. So super duper awesome piece here, and it's standard card size, of course. I actually have, and I haven't told anybody this before, but I have like the run of everybody here. So not just Canseco. Here is what all of them look like together. I think this is it. No. Right here. Yeah. So this is the entire run. So you have like the front, the back, and then you have like this mask front and mask back as well. Back these are all see-through as well. So I put this on like a light pad or whatever you call them. So anyways, super cool stuff. It's awesome. I don't think I've ever seen any of these come up for sale ever. So anyways, really cool stuff. So that's why this is my number 1 steel. It's the Leaf Preferred Steel film. So We're running up on 15 minutes, so I think it's a good time to cut off anyways because we're done. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all have a great day.